Picking the right college is key. And with one-on-one attention and hands-on experience, UCCS fuels success.
I wanted more than a degree.
So with innovative courses and affordable tuition,
UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
It only takes one. Imagine bridging the gap that keeps students from achieving their dreams. Imagine making the difference in the life of just one student, fueling his or her success and that of an entire community. It only takes one person. At UCCS, our students come from working families. They work multiple jobs. They're the first in their families. They overcome obstacles. And they want an education that will fuel their success and help them shape the world. It only takes one person willing to start a movement. UCCS students will change our collective future, but they need our help. Many fall through the cracks each year. Their focus on schoolwork suffers from financial pressures. Together, we can fuel their success through a campaign that is essential to our community, our region, and all of Colorado. One gift can fuel success. With your help, our students will step into the classroom with a breadth of opportunity at their fingertips. Experiential learning, faculty who care, growing facilities to accommodate a changing workforce, and research that can change the world. But it starts with one.
One less sacrifice made.
One less night shift.
One less year to graduation. One more chance to focus on what's important.
One more life-changing expert to learn from.
One more amazing professional ready to join my team.
One more reason to stay and work in the Pikes Peak region.
One more graduate of the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs.
Remarkable outcomes are possible when you invest even in one person, one student, one future. You can start the movement. You can be the agent of change, shattering expectations for families, communities, companies, cities, states, generations. Collectively, each one of us can change the trajectory of the future. Your one gift, joined with others, will make a difference that lasts generations. That's when the power of one becomes the power of many. That's the power of UCCS. You can be the power of one.
The mountain lion can travel up to 370 miles. Located primarily in North America, these majestic creatures can traverse a large variety of terrain. There are, of course, some natural barriers. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
I really remember that because I was really excited and I was really scared, and it was really hard, saying goodbye to my family, and I think that was really scary for me, never leaving the state, being first generation and stuff. I didn't really know what to expect from my college experience.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think about what surprised me about living on campus is how open everyone was in the first couple of weeks to get to know other people. Me and a couple other people I had met started playing volleyball in just an open field, and then within 20 minutes there were about 30 people in the circle all just hitting a volleyball around, and it's something that just showed me how open people were to meeting new people.
I had never had the opportunity, to ever share a room growing up and stuff, and so it just so happened that me and my roommate got along very, very well, and as well as our other suite mates.
So I'm a resident assistant in Summit Village, and that is essentially a student upperclassman who lives on the floor with the new year freshmen, sometimes upperclassmen, who kind of just guide them through their first year on campus. There are tons of different rooming options here on campus. The first one that we see most commonly is known as Summit Village, and we have privates in a suite, we have private bedrooms, private bathrooms, we have a double in a suite, we have triples in a suite, so there's tons of different options. Definitely when you are coming into college, there's so many different personality types, and so it's really important to find an area within housing that is best for you. So I personally really love having a private bedroom, private bathroom, but then I have some friends who really enjoy being able to have a more social aspect, and so they have a double bedroom with a living room. Different floors have different themes. Let's say you really are enjoying leadership. Well, we have a leadership floor. Let's say you're a criminal justice major or a nursing major. We also have floors for that. Education, once again, my favorite floor because I'm an education major. There's even non-education based ones such as Colorado Living, and they do a lot of things filter around the community, like going out to garden with the gods and just getting experience about what does it mean to live in Colorado Springs.
For me, when I'm not in class or not studying in the library, I'm usually hanging out with friends in their rooms, watching TV, playing video games, different stuff like that, or we're going off campus, either hiking in the bluffs behind the school or exploring Colorado Springs.
We have 2 dining halls that we're available to us to eat at, and when we go there, they have so many different varieties of food, and you really can just taper it to your diet. So I have residents who are vegan, and they have no trouble finding food on campus. I have people with gluten allergies or who are lactose intolerant, and they have the availability to go to the dining hall and eat whatever they want because they are accommodated there. But then there's people like me who literally want cookies every single meal and can get them, along with french fries and pizza and pasta. So there's just always different options every time of the day.
In the dining halls, there's different sections that are in each of them, both at the lodge and over at the Roaring Fork. And no matter what you're feeling, depending on any time of day, there's going to be options there.
I think a lot of people think on-campus living, is supposed to be super studious, super, serious, but I think it can be a lot of fun when you make it that way.
I've met some of my closest friends from just living on the same floor.
The one thing about living on campus is that chances of you getting involved in something tend to be spontaneous. They're not always structured. So you meet people that you normally wouldn't talk to or you normally wouldn't have classes with, and you'll have that opportunity just to study together, go out to eat together. So it's just kind of limitless.
I wanted
Hello and welcome to UCCS for today's matchup between the UCCS Mountain Lions and the visiting Colorado Mesa University Mavericks. Today, the UCCS Mountain Lions are coming in with a record of 19-19, 17-13 in RMAC play, and the Colorado Mesa Mavericks are coming in with a record of 35-5, 27-1 in the RMAC conference play. So yesterday, the Mavericks took both games in the doubleheader. In game two, they took the mercy rule, winning the game by more than 8 runs. Yesterday, a couple of highlights with Brandy Holler hitting 4 home runs for the Mavericks, and for the Mountain Lions, not too much offense. Morgan Hernandez Blue hitting a leadoff home run in game 1 against the Mavericks. So today's lineup for the Mavericks, as they are the visiting team and hitting first, we'll have Ashley Bradford at shortstop, Maya Arrieta at second base, Ellie Smith as a designated player, Brandy Holler with 4 home runs yesterday in the 4-hole in left field, Allie Disler catching, Ava Fugate at first base, Nicole Christensen at third base, Ileana Mendoza in center field, and Lauren Wedman in right field. And we'll see Paige Adair pitching, the RMAC Pitcher of the Year last year, at the bottom half of the first. Mountain Lion defense, Braylon Crenshaw on the mound for the Mountain Lions. Paige White in catching today. Peyton Raisman at first. Morgan Hernandez Blue at second. Solana Martinez at short. Sawyer Brewster at third. Brianna Matos in left. Mia Perez in center. And Bryn Horton in right. Courtney Heller is the designated player for today's first ball game of this doubleheader. And as I mentioned before, the Mountain Lions dropped the first 2, the Mavericks winning both games of the doubleheader yesterday with lots of offense, and the pitching staff that we talked about a lot yesterday, a very dominant pitching staff. And the Mountain Lions are going to have some work cut out for them if they're going to want to compete in today's ball games with this dominating force that is the Mavericks. Before first pitch, quick apology for the delayed start. There was a miscommunication between the umpires. They thought that the game was supposed to start at 12, so we are slightly delayed with a first pitch time of about 11:15 a.m. here in Colorado Springs. It's a little bit more chilly today. Wind isn't too bad compared to yesterday so far, but the weather is in the 40s today. Yesterday it was in the upper 50s, almost 60. So first pitch, low for ball 1. That pitch misses as well for a ball. Crenshaw asking about the pitch, seeing if it's closer, or seeing where that missed. Braylon coming into the game with a 4.21 ERA, a 6-10 record, and 18 games started, 19 appearances on the season, as that one's in there for a strike. She has 10 complete games, 106 innings pitched, and 97 strikeouts in those innings as well. So definitely the workhorse for the Mountain Lions. As that pitch is hit in the shallow right field, Morgan Hernandez Blue makes another great play, gets the first out of this top of the first. She made a couple of fantastic plays yesterday, laying out for a line drive, snagging it right before it hit the ground, and then knocking down a hard hit ground ball and finishing the play. So we've seen some great plays from Hernandez Blue at second base this weekend. First pitch to Maya Arrieta, in there for strike 1. That one's gonna miss, brings the count 1-1. And that one's going to miss, bringing the count to 2-1. That's going to be fouled to the left side down the third base line. Brings the count 2-2 to Maya Arrieta. Arrieta is a freshman out of Grand Junction, Colorado, in Central High School. And the pitch off the plate for ball 3. It's our first full count of the day. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the first inning. And Maya Arrieta leading the team in batting average with a .419 batting average in her 40 games played. 3 home runs, 28 RBIs, and 35 runs on the year as she takes ball 4. And that'll be the first base runner of this ball game. Brings up Ellie Smith, the two-way player. We've seen her pitch, we've seen her hit, and she's batting third today for the Mavericks, the redshirt junior out of Riverside, California, and Cal State San Marcos. First pitch to her misses as well. Ellie Smith coming in with a .337 batting average, 19 runs, 10 home runs, and 40 RBIs on the season, leading the team in RBIs with 40, but Allie Disler and Brandy Holler all right behind her with 39 and 38 RBIs respectively. The 2-0 pitch from Crenshaw on the way. That's going to miss as well. The 3-0 count. And some early control issues from Braylon Crenshaw. And that's one thing that the Mavericks did yesterday. They capitalized on mistakes, errors in the first inning, and walks as well. They capitalized on those and hit a ton of home runs yesterday, so that's going to be strike 1. 3-1 is the count to Ellie Smith. Smith yesterday came in to close out the first game, gave up a couple of runs in that last inning in the 7th. And she swings and misses for strike 2. So full count again, 3-2, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That one's fouled off back to the screen. So we'll do it again, full count. Yesterday in game 1, Ellie Smith reached on an error, grounded out, and a couple of walks, one of them being a hit by pitch. That ball's fly down the right field line. Playable for sure. Bryn Horton drops the ball, throws to second, and is safe at second base. Not sure if the wind played a role there as the gust comes through as I say that. But that goes off the tip of her glove and drops in. That should go down as an error on Britton Horton, something that we don't usually see from her with her defensive prowess in right field. Her cannon of an arm, and she makes some incredible plays out there. So that brings up the dangerous Brandy Holler. First pitch to her is down for ball 1. She hit 4 home runs yesterday, 3 of them being 3-run home runs and 1 of them being a 2-run home run. 11 RBIs yesterday for her. So not the person you want up after a mistake, a walk, and an error now for the Mountain Lions in this top of the first inning. The pitch from Crenshaw's on the way, and that'll be strike 1. Brandy Holler on the day, coming in second in batting average at .397. That pitch is going to miss for ball 3. In 34 games played, she has 12 home runs, 38 RBIs, 26 runs, and a slugging percentage of .974 which leads the team by far. A 974 slugging percentage is incredible. That pitch is going to be in there for strike 2. So another full count in this first inning. The payoff pitch from Crenshaw is on the way. That's going to miss low. They call it a swing on it, so she strikes out, and they throw it down to third base for the third out of the inning. The Mavericks thought that she didn't swing, and she was walking down the first base with a walk, but she check swung and is called with the swinging strike, and then the throw down to third base to catch Arrieta. That will end the top of the first inning. No runs scored for the Mavericks. We'll come back with the bottom of the first inning with a Mountain Lion offense.
The top half of the first inning, the Mavericks record no runs on no hits and 1 error, leaving 1 run on the page.
Beat.
Welcome back to Mountain Lion Field. Mountain Lions escaped a jam in the first inning. A walk and an error allowed 2 runners on. But a check swing and then the throw down to third base to get Arrieta at third will end it that inning. So we have Morgan Hernandez Blue at the plate for the Mountain Lions and Paige Adair on the mound for the Mavericks, coming into today with a 0.89 ERA. 12-1 record, 18 appearances, 13 starts, 5 complete games. In her 71 innings, she has 94 strikeouts and only 19 walks and 27 hits. So no traffic from Paige Adair when she is on the mound. She's been named RMAC Pitcher of the Week 3 times already this season and 6 in her career as a Maverick, and was named RMAC Pitcher of the Year as well. That pitch is going to miss. Sorry, that's in there for strike 2, excuse me. So a 2-2 count to Morgan Hernandez Blue, who started off the game against Paige Adair yesterday with a solo home run. And she'll swing and miss for strike 1. Sorry, excuse me, for strikeout. In Paige Adair's start in game 1, not a ton of strikeouts. I believe she only had 4 in that first game. So the Mountain Lions' approach was to put the ball in play. Let's see if they continue that mentality at the plate and put some more balls in play against Paige. That first pitch is going to miss. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch on the way is going to be fouled off over the third base dugout and on the hill. Mia Perez coming into today with a .282 batting average, 37 games and 37 starts. 1 home run, 14 RBIs, 18 runs, and a lot of speed from Mia Perez in the 2-hole as she fouls that pitch away as well. 2-1 is the count to her. That's going to fade off. That brings the count to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Fouled off again. Same spot on the right side behind the third base dugout. So we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's going to be too high. First full count of the day for the Mountain Lions. Count is 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. And the 3-2 pitch on the way is fouled again. 4 foul balls for Mia Perez, so she's making contact. The 3-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be ball 4. That pitch just misses off the plate. So the first base runner for the Mountain Lions in the first inning is going to be Mia Perez. Brings up Solana Martinez, coming into today with a .370 batting average, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs, 24 runs. The shortstop for the Mountain Lions has also made some great plays on defense as well this season. First pitch to her is in there for strike 1. Mia Perez with a lot of speed on first base. That pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 2. 0-2 count to Solana Martinez. And that swung on and missed. 3 pitches and a strikeout. So that's the second out of the inning, and Paige Adair's second strikeout in the game so far. And now the big bat of Sawyer Brewster coming up to the plate for the Mountain Lions, leading the team in batting average of a 405 batting average. As she flies one in the center field, and that will be caught in center field for the 3rd out. Mountain Lions get a little bit of traffic with a walk, but end the bottom of the first inning with no runs. We'll move to the top of the 2nd inning here in Mountain Lion Field.
In the bottom of the first inning, the Mountain Lions record no runs on no hits and no
Welcome back to UCCS. Top of the 2nd inning, score is 0-0 between the CMU Mavericks and the UCCS Mountain Lions. Braylon Crenshaw on the mound for the Mountain Lions. First pitch on the way is going to be hit. Lines to shortstop, Solana Martinez. That was Allie Disler at the plate. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Mountain Lions at the top of the 2nd. Brings up Ava Fugate, the first player on first base. First pitch, it's going to be hit to right field, right at Bryn Horton. 2 pitches and 2 outs. Crenshaw making quick work in this top of the 2nd inning, and that'll bring up Nicole Christensen. Christensen had 2 home runs in game 1 yesterday. In game 1, she had a home run, a hit by pitch, a home run, and a walk. and then a strikeout, a walk, and a fielder's choice in game 2. So first pitch to her goes for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Next pitch on the way. It's going to be too high. 2-0 count to Nicole Christensen, coming into today with a .370 batting average, 8 home runs, 25 RBIs, and 26 runs. That pitch is going to miss as well. So 3-0 is the count to Nicole Christensen. See if she has the green light in a 3-0 count. That's strike 1. So 3-1 count. Crenshaw got the first 2 outs on 2 pitches. The 3-1 pitch on the way is hit hard to left field. That's going to get down for a single. Matos is going to throw it in. Holds Christensen on first base. So a single for Christensen. That'll bring up Ileana Mendoza. The batting averages for this Mavericks team is quite incredible to look at, as most of the players' batting average start with a 3, some even start with 4. 400 batting averages, 300 batting averages, all across the board. So this offense is very powerful. And then you look at the pitching staff, and all 3 of their pitchers have below 2 ERAs, and Paige Adair, who's pitching today for the Mavericks, has a below 1 ERA. So this team is very dominant. Ground ball to Solana, and she tosses it to Morgan, and that'll be the force out. So a fielder's choice for Mendoza. Ends the top of the second. We move to the bottom of the second inning with the score tied 0-0.
In the top half of the second inning,
We are back in Colorado Springs, bottom of the second inning. Score is still 0-0. Paige Adair on the mound for the Mavericks, as that ball is going to be hit hard to right field. It dropped by the right fielder. At the plate was Paige White, so she'll get in there with a double. That was a difficult play. Difficult play in right field. That's going to look like it's going to go down as potentially an error, but the wind definitely played a factor in that. That'll bring up Peyton Raisman. That's going to be fouled off behind the first base dugout for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch on the way from Adair. That's going to be fouled up, possibly playable. And it was, but the play was unable to be made. Looks like the umpire fell in the dugout. I think he's going to be okay. The Mountain Lions have dugouts that go below, so there is a staircase on each end. Looks like he's going to be okay. So that brings the count to 0-2 to Peyton. Runner on second base for the Mountain Lions, see if they can capitalize on this situation and the mistake by the Mavericks, the rare mistake. That pitch is going to be inside for ball 1. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Adair is going to be fouled off again. So we'll do it again. 1-2 is the count. Paige White on second base. After reaching what could be called a double or an error, we'll see what the official ruling is after this game. That pitch is going to be jammed back to the screen. And we'll do it again. 1-2 is the count. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit foul. Good at bat here from Peyton. So we'll do it again, another 1-2 count. And the pitch from Adair on the way. It's going to be grounded foul off to the right side. Peyton Reisman at her normal position, playing first base for the Mountain Lions today. Similar lineup as most games are for the Mountain Lions. That ball's going to be hit to the third baseman. Sun got in the way, and that'll drop foul. Sun is right where that ball was hit. As I look up and try and check myself, and Nicole Christensen was completely unable to see the ball. It bounced in fair territory, but immediately went foul. And as long as the ball goes foul before the base, it is still a foul ball. So we'll do it again. Another 1-2 count to Peyton Reisman. That's going to miss for ball 2. Great at bat from Reisman. So the Mountain Lions are putting a little bit of pressure on the Mavericks early in this ball game. That's going to be swung on and missed for another strikeout for Paige Adair, her third of the ball game. And that'll bring up Courtney Heller, the designated player for the Mountain Lions today. Didn't see her yesterday. She's in the game today. See what she can do against Paige Adair, as that pitch is going to miss for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Misses for ball 2, and Paige White reads the ball in dirt, and she's going to make it in to third, safe. Good read on the ball in dirt. So now a runner on third, less than 2 outs. Got to put a ball in play here to score a run and give the Mountain Lions their first lead of the series. That's going to miss for ball 3. So a 3-0 count to Courtney Heller. The 3-0 pitch on the way. Misses. Ball 4. Second walk of the game for Paige Adair. And that's going to bring up Brianna Matos.
Left fielder, number 10, Brianna Matos.
Matos only got on base once yesterday with a walk against Paige Adair. And that's something that the Mountain Lions struggled to do, was to get on base yesterday, with the pitching staff of the Mavericks being as dominant as they are. So runners on first and third to Brianna Matos. That's going to miss for ball one. So 5 straight balls from Paige Adair. The 1-0 pitch on the way. As Heller runs and the ball gets away on the throw, and Paige White is going to score. The Mountain Lions have their first lead of the series. Excuse me, that was a pinch runner for Heller. I can get that for you in just a second. But either way, she steals second base. The throw gets past the middle infield into center field, allowing Paige White to score from third. So the count still runs 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Depends on the call of the last pitch. Could have been a strike. Umpires are going to chat and see what the call was on the last pitch. So the count is actually 1-1 as the pitch was called a strike on the steal. So a 1-1 count to Brianna Matos with a runner in scoring position. The 1-1 pitch on the way is going to miss. And that's going to be ball 2. So 2-1 is the count. I believe that is Brianna Jennings who's running on second base. Pitch on the way, it's going to miss. 3-1 is the count to Brianna Matos. And we haven't seen this from Paige Adair. Coming into today with only 19 walks and 71 innings. Already has 2 today. That's in there for strike 2. Brings it to a full count for Matos. Full count pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That is Paige Adair's 4th strikeout of the game, which brings up Bryn Horton. Bryn Horton with 2 singles in game 1. 2 for 4 on the series so far, as she slaps that one foul for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Slapped back to the screen behind home plate. And that takes us to 0-2. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. The Mountain Lions scored on that throwdown error from the catcher Disler, which allowed Paige White to score. That's going to be slapped foul back to the screen again. So another 0-2 pitch from Adair on the way. That's going to go high. Ball 1. And Jennings is going to get into third base. Safe on a delayed steal. So she left as soon as the catcher threw it back to Adair. And will slide into third base safe. So a stolen base for Brianna Jennings. So now a runner on third. A single will score her. So the 1-2 pitch to Bryn Horton on the way. Called, looking strike 3. Another strikeout for Paige Adair. That is her 5th through the first time in the lineup. We'll move to the top of the 3rd inning. Score is Mountain Lions 1, Mavericks 0. Welcome back to Mountain Lion Field. First pitch to Lauren Wedman on the way in there for strike one. Wedman's 9-hitter, so we'll see 9-1-2 in this top of the third inning. Braylon Crenshaw has been able to shut down the Maverick offense so far as that ball is hit well to right field. Bryn Horton's there, and that's going to creep over the wall. A home run for Lauren Wedman, and that immediately ties the game after the Mountain Lions scored in the bottom of the second. Wedman comes up, hits a solo shot to tie it up. And that's another thing we've seen from the Maverick offense. 13 players have home runs on the season. So very powerful offense, top to bottom. Brings up Ashley Bradford. She popped out to second base in her first at-bat, as that pitch is going to be fouled off to the right side. The 0-1 pitch from Crenshaw on the way. Bradford shows bunt but pulls it back, brings the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Crenshaw on the way. In there for strike two. Good pitch from Braylon there. Swung on and fouled again, out of play. So we'll do it again. 1-2 is the count. That's going to miss outside for ball two. 2-2 is the count to the leadoff batter, Ashley Bradford. That's going to be fouled at home plate. Good at bat from Ashley Bradford. In yesterday's games, 1 for 3 in the first game with a single and a walk. And in game 2, a single walk, error, and a double in her 4 at-bats in game 2. Another foul ball. So we'll do it again, 2-2 count. That pitch is going to be grounded to Sawyer Brewster. Throw over the first in time. So ground out to third base for Ashley Bradford. First out, top of the third inning. Brings up Arietta. She walked in her first at-bat. Put a little bit of pressure on the Mountain Lions in the top of the first. That pitch is going to be swung foul down the third base line. That pitch is going to be lined to Solano Martinez for out number 2, another hard hit ball for the Mavericks. That's going to bring up Ellie Smith, who reached on an error by the right fielder Bryn Horton in the first. Mavericks were unable to capitalize on those mistakes in the first inning by the Mountain Lions. First pitch to her is going to be hit right side, foul for strike 1. Oh, 0-1 is the count to Ellie Smith, the 3-hitter, and we saw her pitch yesterday as well to close out the first game. That pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Mountain Lion Dugout one of that pitch called a strike. 1-1 is the count from Braylon. That's going to miss high. Ball 2. And that pitch misses. 3-1 count for Ellie Smith. 2 outs, 2 out walks are never a good thing, so definitely want to attack with no one on base. And that's going to miss. Ball 4. So a 2-out walk from Crenshaw will bring up the dangerous Brandy Holler, as I mentioned in her first at-bat, 4 home runs yesterday. She struck out in her first at-bat in the first inning, which ended with a somewhat controversial play. Her check swing, the runner on second started jogging to third base as if it was a walk, but check swing was called a swinging strike. And then the throw down to third base to get the final out of that inning. Ended the top of the first. First 2 pitches to her miss. So 2-0 count. Paige White's going to go out and talk to Braylon. Definitely a good move to do that. She, as that pitcher and catcher relationship, is always one of the strongest on the field. Coming from my own past experience, I always had connections with all of my catchers. That's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 1. That relationship is so important. Crenshaw needs to be able to trust White. And in the same breath, White needs to trust Crenshaw. That pitch is in there for a strike. 2-2 count. 2 outs in this top of the third inning. Score is tied 1-1. That swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Holler. Gets the Mountain Lions out of this inning. So we'll move to the bottom of the third inning with the score still tied 1-1.
The top half of the third inning. The Mavericks record 1.
We are back here, Mountain Lion Field, bottom of the third inning, as you have a nice view of Pikes Peak. We do have some great views here in Colorado Springs. Lots of stuff to do here. In center field, we have, that pitch is going to miss for ball 1 as that goes off the glove of Disler. But in center field, we have Pulpit Rock. Very beautiful sight and a good hike to do as well. Colorado Springs, we have Garden of the Gods. Olympic Training Center is here. Air Force Academy is here. There's a lot in Colorado Springs, and if you want to get up to Denver as well, it's only about a 45 to 60 minute drive to get up. So 2-0 count. At the plate is Morgan Hernandez Blue, who struck out in her first at-bat. Top of the order for the Mountain Lions as they went through the first time with 5 strikeouts, That's going to be another swing and miss. Strike 2. as Paige Adair already has more strikeouts in this game than she had yesterday. That pitch is swung on and fouled back. Lots of balls in play for the Mountain Lions against Adair in game one, as she only had 4 strikeouts in that first game. Already in this bottom of the third, coming into it, has 5 strikeouts. That's going to miss high. Full count to Morgan Hernandez-Ballou, the leadoff batter for these Mountain Lions. Payoff pitch, fouled back off to the screen. Starting to warm up just a little bit, but still pretty chilly here in Colorado Springs. This morning, got into my car and it was 34 degrees. Quickly warmed up to about 40 degrees now, but the weather's supposed to stay chilly today. That swung on and missed. Strikeout number 6 from Paige Adair, and we are now seeing why she has been named Pitcher of the Week a few times already this year. Just not a lot of traffic. Only the 1 hit in this game, the double from Paige White, could be ruled an error, which I think is what we have it ruled as right now. That ball's hit hard up the middle for a base hit. Mia Perez on base for the 2nd time today. A walk in her first at bat, now a hard hit single right back up the middle. And that's going to bring up Solana Martinez. She struck out in her first at bat. A single in game 2 yesterday and reached base on a fielder's choice in game 1. So an eerily quiet. So the music for the walk-up song was still playing when the pitch was made. So I believe it's going to go down as no pitch. Keeps the count 0-0. So the first pitch to Martinez on the way, in there for strike 1. So if the music from the press box is still playing, it goes down as no pitch. That ball is going to be hit to right field. Wind may be a factor and flies out to the second baseman, Arietta. So that's out number 2. Brings up the big bat of Sawyer Brewster in the 4-hole, leading the team in many offensive categories. The big power bat out of Burnsville, Minnesota, at the plate, swings and misses at strike 1. The 0-1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be popped foul, out of play for strike 2. And we've seen a lot of 2-strike counts to Mountain Lion hitters from Adair in this game. The 0-2 pitch to Sawyer on the way. In there, strike 3, off-speed pitch, catches her looking. 7 strikeouts on the day for Adair so far as we move to the top of the 4th inning. Mountain Lions and Mavericks tied at 1.
The mountain lion can travel up to 370 miles. Located primarily in North America, these majestic creatures can traverse a large variety of terrain. There are, of course, some natural barriers. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
Picking the right college is key. And with one-on-one attention and hands-on experience, UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
Welcome back to Colorado Springs, top of the 4th inning. Still a tied ball game. First pitch swinging, grounded out to Sawyer Brewster. That was Allie Disler at the plate. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Similar to Disler's last at bat. She jumped on the first pitch as well and lined out to Martinez as shortstop. Brings up Ava Fugate. She swung at the first pitch last time as well. Let's see if she does the same. That pitch is going to be low. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch on the way. In there for strike 1. That pitch is going to be hit hard into left field for a base hit. So a hard base hit for Fugate will bring up Nicole Christensen.
Third base, number 13, Nicole Christensen.
Christensen with a single in her first at bat. And still on third base. We saw her there last time, and she shows bunt and fouls it back to the backstop. So 0-1 is the count to Nicole Christensen with Ava Fugate on first base. Swing and miss. Strike 2. The payoff pitch on the way. High. Throw down the first base to check on Fugate. Back in there safely. But a good check from Paige White, as she tends to like to do that every now and then. 1-2 pitch on the way. Good pitch outside corner. Ball 2. But a good miss, looking for a swing and miss from Christensen. So a 2-2 is the count. Pitch on the way. About the same spot. Good pitch, but still misses. Full count. 3-2-1. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in this top of the 4th inning. Fast-moving ball game. Not a lot of traffic on the bases for either team yet. That pitch is swung on and missed. Throw down to second as fake steal from Fugate. She got a big jump. But nonetheless, a strikeout from Nicole Christensen. Ileana Mendoza at the plate. In center field today, she ended the 2nd inning with a fielder's choice in her first at-bat. Hard ground ball to Solana Martinez at shortstop to toss over to Morgan Hernandez-Ballou to finish that inning. The first pitch to her is in there for strike 1. She's going to show bunt. Throw back to first base to check on Fugate again. Count is 0-2 to Mendoza. That's going to go high, ball 1. One-two pitch on the way from Crenshaw. That's going to miss low and away for ball 2. Two's on the board, and the pitch is slapped foul from Mendoza. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Excuse me, we'll do it again. 2-2 pitch on the way. Wanted the swing, but checks up on it. Mendoza does. So full count, 2 outs. Fugate will be on the move with the pitch. And the payoff pitch for Crenshaw on the way. Swung on and fouled to the right side into the stands. Conversation going on behind home plate. Three-two is the count. 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. Pitch from Crenshaw on the way. Hit hard down the right field line. Fielded by Horton. Fugate's going to get to second, or excuse me, round second and get to third. Another hard hit ball for the Mavericks. Mendoza with a single, and Fugate will reach third base. Lauren Wedman at the plate with runners on first and third and 2 outs. Mountain Lions trying to get out of this jam with minimal damage, and the Mavericks looking to capitalize after a couple of hits in this inning. 4th hit of the day for the Mavericks. First pitch to Wedman, strike 1. She had the home run, the solo home run in the top of the 3rd. Just got over the right field fence. The wind is blowing out to center field right now. That pitch misses. 1-1 count. That's going to miss for ball 2. That's going to be fouled back behind the screen. 2's on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. To Lauren Wedman. Wedman's in right field today. Made a couple of plays already today, and like I said earlier, has the home run in this game. That's going to miss for ball 3. So full count again. Mendoza on first. Should be running on the pitch. Full count pitch on the way is going to miss high, ball 4. Ashley Bradford at the plate, the shortstop for the Mavericks. She popped out to second base in her first at-bat, and it ground out to third in her second. So this is already her 3rd at-bat, top of the 4th inning. First pitch to her on the way is in there, strike 1. Big situation here for the Mavericks. They have bases loaded, looking to capitalize on these couple of hits. Next pitch is missing, low and away for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch from Crenshaw on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Big pitch from Crenshaw. But the Mavericks still looking to capitalize as they have the bases loaded. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit to right field. Is that going to drop? It's going to drop fair. Horton with the throw in to third. That base hit is going to score 2 runs. And now the Mavericks have their first lead of this ball game. So a 2 RBI single for Ashley Bradford brings up the player on second base, Maya Arrieta, with first and third And 2 outs still in the game. Ashley Bradford with a 2 RBI single. First pitch to Arietta misses for ball 1. So Wedman on third, Bradford on first, and Arietta at the plate, who has a walk and a hard line out to the shortstop in this game so far. That pitch is going to miss. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch on the way from Crenshaw. In there. So a delayed steal there from Bradford. She was trying to get a throw down to second, which would have allowed Wedman to jump home and score. But Paige White smartly runs out and throws down to third base instead. So a stolen base for Bradford. That pitch is in there, strike 2. The 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on down the right field line. That's going to go foul. So we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning, the Mavericks leading the game 3-1 after stringing together a few hits in the top of the 4th. A single from Fugate, a single from Mendoza, a walk from Wedman, and then a 2 RBI single from Bradford. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 from Arietta ends the top of the 4th inning, but Mavericks do damage. They score 2 runs. This ball game is now 3-1 Mavericks as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning.
In the top half of the 4th inning.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Mavericks leading 3-1. Paige White at the plate. She had a ball to right field that was definitely affected by the wind. Rolled an error so far. I'll check that later. I have it marked down as a double. First pitch to White is going to miss for ball 1. But if that is marked down as a double, that'll be the second hit of the ball game for the Mountain Lions. So 2-0 is the count to Paige White, the catcher for the Mountain Lions today. That ball is going to be hit down the right field line for a base hit. A single for Paige White. That's going to bring up Peyton Reisman.
Number 20, Peyton Reisman.
So a leadoff base hit or leadoff base runner for the Mountain Lions. They've had a couple of those so far, have only been able to capitalize on the one. And that was on the throwing error from the catcher, Disler. So the first pitch to Reisman on the way. Swung on and blasted to left field. That's going to go foul. Just went foul. That would have been long gone if that was fair. But all it is a long strike. So 0-1 is the count to Reisman. As that would have tied the game right back up if that was straightened out a little bit more. Next pitch is low. 1-1 is the count. Paige White caught in the middle. Don't know if she was trying to steal or a delayed steal, but it gets caught in between first and second. Commits to going to second and is thrown out. So caught stealing there. That's the first out of this inning. 1-1 count to Reisman. So a base running mistake for the Mountain Lions, and that's something that you can't do when you're playing a good team like this. That ball is hit hard to Christensen at third. The throw over the Fugate is in time. So just like that, a couple feet away from a tie ball game, and now 2 outs, 2 quick outs at the bottom of the 4th. It's going to bring up Brandy Haller. Oh, excuse me. Brianna Jennings at the plate. Excuse me, I had the wrong lineup sheet. So Brianna Jennings pinch ran for Courtney Heller, and she's going to stay in the game and hit. That's going to be fly to right field. Whiteman is there for the 3rd out. So 3 outs ends this bottom of the 4th. We'll move to the top of the 5th inning. Score is 3-1 Mavericks. Back here in Colorado Springs, top of the 5th inning. Mavericks leading 3-1. Braylon Crenshaw throwing another great game for the Mountain Lions. She pitched a much better game than what the numbers look like in game 1 yesterday. That pitch is foul down the left field line for strike 1. The box score shows 7 runs, only 3 of them coming earned to Braylon in that first game yesterday, as 4 of them were unearned in the first because of a throwing error. So Braylon pitching well again. 0-1 is the count to Ellie Smith. Strike is the call, so an 0-2 count to Smith, who reached on an error in the first and walked in her second at bat. The 0-2 pitch on the way, up high for ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way from Crenshaw. That's going to be grounded foul as well. So we'll do it again. 1-2 count. Wonder if we'll see Smith in this game to close it out like yesterday in game 1. Paige Adair went 6 innings, and Ellie Smith came in to finish the game in game 1 yesterday, as Mavericks won that one 10-4. 2-2 pitch from Crenshaw. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. First strikeout for Smith on the day. And 5th strikeout for Crenshaw. Brandy Haller at the plate. Couple of strikeouts in her first 2 at-bats after having a great doubleheader yesterday with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. Nothing from her yet. That ball's going to be hit to Sawyer at third. Thrown over the first in time. Holler is 0 for 3 today. And that brings up Allie Disler, who has swung at the first pitch in her first 2 at-bats, to see if she does it again. First pitch to Disler on the way. Misses for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Crenshaw is on the way to Disler. That's going to miss as well. 2-0 is the count. That pitch is swung on and hit to the right side. Bryn Horton is there to end this inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Crenshaw and the Mountain Lions takes us to the bottom of the 5th inning. Mavericks still leading the game 3-1. Back in Colorado Springs, bottom of the 5th inning. Brings up Brianna Matos, and we'll see Britton Horton and Morgan Hernandez-Ballou 8-9-1 in this inning as the Mountain Lions are looking to chip back away at this lead that the Mavericks have. Scores 3-1. The Mountain Lions still have 9 outs to work with. So the first pitch from Adair is on the way. Matos is showing bunt. That's going to miss for ball 1. Pitch from Adair on the way, swung on and missed. Strike 1. The 1-1 pitch on the way. That's in there for a strike as well. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brianna Matos. Pitch on the way. He's gonna miss for ball 2. Once again from Paige Adair, another outing, not a lot of traffic. More hits than yesterday as she's given up 2 as Brianna Matos goes down looking. Another strikeout one. 8 strikeouts so far for Paige Adair in this game. Bryn Horton at the plate. She struck out looking in her first at-bat. So the Mountain Lions are looking to string together multiple hits. She'll show bunt, and that's called for strike 1. That's going to be swung on and missed as well on a pitch that just faded that way from Bryn Horton. So 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch on the way. is going to miss. So 1-2 count. That's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 3, another strikeout. Number 9 for Page on the day. As the Maverick pitching staff is again striking out a lot of Mountain Lions and not allowing any base runners. So with her 9 strikeouts today, that brings Paige Adair's total now to 103 strikeouts on the season in 76 innings pitched. Just quite good. Morgan Hernandez Blue at the plate. That pitch is going to miss. 1-1 is the count. The 1-1 pitch from Adair on the way. Up and in. Misses. 2-1 is the count. That's swung on and missed. Strike 2, as Morgan Hernandez Blue has not seen Paige Adair very well at all, with 2 strikeouts in her first couple of at-bats. And in the leadoff spot, you're looking to make contact a little bit more often, reach base. Hernandez Blue is putting together a better at-bat, so full count to her. And the payoff pitch on the way from Adair. Swung on and fouled into the stands. So we'll do it again. 3-2 is the count. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Paige Adair strikes out the side for her 10th strikeout on the day. And we'll move to the top of the 6th. Mountain Lions still losing 3-1 to the Mavericks. Top of the 6th inning here in Colorado Springs. Ava Fugate at the plate. She'll ground it to Braylon on the mound and throw it over the first. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And now Nicole Christensen at the plate. Christensen with a single and a strikeout in today's game. Crenshaw still pitching well on the mound in this 3-1 ball game. Pitch on the way is going to miss. 1-0 count. That pitch is going to be hit hard and gets past Sawyer on third. So that's another base hit for Christensen today, her 2nd of the ball game. And Ileana Mendoza comes up. Mendoza with a single in her last at bat, a hard hit single into right field. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Number 9, Sarah Jorson. So the first pitch to Jorson on the way. That's going to miss. Ball 1. One-0 pitch on the way from Crenshaw. That's going to be fouled out of play. The 1-1 pitch to Jorson on the way. Check swing. Did she go? No swing called from the first base umpire as they check down the first base. Looks like they may have wanted a swing called in the Mountain Lion dugout, but either way, it goes down as a ball. 2-1 is the count. Next pitch is going to be hit to second base. Blue fumbles it, is unable to make the play. So Jorson's going to reach on an error. Morgan Hernandez-Blue couldn't quite handle that ground ball, so now runners on first and second. It brings up Lauren Wedman. Wedman with the home run in her first at-bat and a walk in her second at-bat on the day. This is where the team, as good as the Mavericks, does their damage when there are mistakes made. They like to capitalize. We've seen that happen. Brandy Holler did a lot of damage herself yesterday, capitalizing on multiple mistakes from the Mountain Lions and herself hitting three-run home runs and a 2-run home run yesterday. So Lauren Wedman at the plate. First pitch to her, strike 1. Crenshaw's got some work to do to get out of this inning. 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. That's going to miss and get past Paige White, allowing both base runners to advance. So now we'll have runners on second and third with 1 out. In a big situation here for Crenshaw, you don't want to extend this lead. Coach Ricky Rothbauer-Stubbs is going to go out and talk to her pitcher. As we see, there is movement out in right field with the bullpen. Don't think there's going to be a change here, as Crenshaw has pitched pretty well to this point. Only the 3 runs given up. Looks like Gabrielle Cronin in the bullpen warming up. See if any more base runners come in, if she would enter the game. So 1-1 is the count with 1 out, top of the 6th inning. Runners on second and third. The Mavericks still leading this game 3-1, looking to extend that right now. That's in there for strike 2. Good pitch from Crenshaw. The 1-2 pitch from Crenshaw is on the way. Swung on and hit into shallow left field. Solana Martinez is there, and she's not going to be able to make the play. That's going to get dropped. Throw to third base is, however, going to get Jorson out at third base. So Wedman's going to reach on an error. That ball being hit into left field as it was, maybe could have been Brianna Matos' ball, but she makes up for it, gets the out at third base. But a run does score, extending the lead for the Mavericks to 4-1 now. 2 outs with a runner on first base. That runner being Wedman, and it brings up Ashley Bradford in the leadoff position. Definitely want to get out of this inning if you're Crenshaw, but the Mavericks are looking to pounce to extend their lead even further. That's going to be hit foul, out of play. As that lands at the feet of one of our cameras on the first base side. So 0-2 count to Ashley Bradford. Swung on and missed Strike 3. That will end the top of the 6th inning. The Mavericks extend their lead to 4-1 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Mountain Lions looking to answer back.
In the top half of the 6th inning.
The majestic mountain lion, one of nature's most powerful predators. Primarily indigenous to the Americas, this big cat is known to make its home just about anywhere. Although most consider them to be solitary in nature, these big cats actually show advanced social intelligence. This cat is known to be territorial, and as such will fiercely defend its territory from other big cats, employing a blend of power and stealth, except during courtship. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
Back here in Colorado Springs, bottom of the 6th inning, Mavericks leading the game 4-1. Ellie Smith into pitch for the Mavericks as that closes the day for Paige Adair. Another great outing from her, 10 strikeouts and only the 1 run given up on a throwing error, so it should go down as unearned. Mia Perez at the plate. That ball's going to be hit back to Ellie Smith. Throw in the first base after a little bobble. Gets the first out of the inning. Mountain Lions only have 5 outs to work with now. Solana Martinez up at the plate. A strikeout and a pop out to the second base in her 2 at-bats. First pitch to her is going to miss for ball 1. 5 combined errors in this game today between the teams. And that's going to miss for ball 2. We did see Smith come into the game in game 1. She gave up 3 runs in that bottom of the 7th inning, allowing the Mountain Lions to get a little bit of a life, but at that point they were down 10-1 already. That swung on and missed from Solana. 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch from Smith on the way is going to be low, ball 3. Solana Martinez looking to attack this pitch, and a hitter's count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Swung on and hit up the middle for a base hit. So a single for Solana. And now Sawyer Brewster at the plate, who's been very eerily quiet this weekend so far. Looking for a chance to shrink this 3-run lead down with a big hit from Sawyer now. So runner on first, 1 out in this top of the 6th inning. Sawyer with a fly out to center field and a backwards K in her 2 at-bats. First pitch to her is in there for strike 1. That pitch is going to be low, bounces in the dirt for a ball. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Sawyer leading the Mountain Lions in batting average and home runs and amongst other hitting categories. That's going to miss for a ball. The pitch from Smith on the way is going to miss as well. 3-2 is the count, so full count, 1 out. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Throw down to first base to check on Solana Martinez. Called safe, but Brewster strikes out. And now Paige White at the plate. Been on base twice today. Single in her last at bat, and ball hit the right field, called an error in her first at bat. So reached base twice today. That pitch is inside for ball 1. That's going to miss again. 2-0 count, so Ellie Smith falling behind again. Paige White looking to do some damage. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled down the left field line. One pitch to Page is going to miss. Ball 3, so another hitter's count for the Mountain Lions. That's going to be grounded to third base. Nicole Christensen. The throw is going to be high, gets over her head. That's going to allow both runners to advance. Solana Martinez is going to be on third, and Paige White's going to be on second. So a slow hit ball and a tough play for Nicole Christensen, but a throwing error will be given to her. A 2-base error because Paige White is now on second base. Peyton Reisman at the plate, a strikeout and a ground out in her first 2 at-bats. But in her last at-bat, she hit a ball just a couple of feet foul. Would have been a moonshot of a home run if it was fair. So a dangerous batter to be at the plate for the Mountain Lions. First pitch to her on the way is missing low for ball 1. So Ellie Smith on the mound. Lots of traffic in her couple of outings in this series. Swung on and hit foul. 1-1 is the count to Reisman. The 1-1 pitch to Reisman on the way is away. Ball 2. The 2-1 pitch from Smith on the way, swung on and missed. Foul at the plate, I should say, excuse me. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Mavericks leading this one 4-1. With traffic on the bases, runners on second and third. Reisman home run would tie the game as she swings and misses. Strike 3, drop third strike, throw the first, and that'll close out the bottom of the 6th. Mavericks still lead this one 4-1. We'll move to the top of the 7th here at UCCS. Back here, top of the 7th inning, Colorado Mesa Mavericks leading this one 4-1 against the UCCS Mountain Lions. Maya Arietta leading things off for the Mavericks as they look to extend their lead. Crenshaw still on the mound, pitching a great game so far. Only 3 earned runs, the run coming in the 6th coming off of errors. The 1-0 pitch from Crenshaw on the way is in there for strike 1. Still pretty chilly here today. Definitely a few degrees cooler than yesterday. Wind is not nearly as bad though. That's a ground ball to Sawyer Brewster, thrown over the first for the first out of the inning.
Designated player number 4, Ellie Smith.
Ellie Smith at the plate. She reached on an error in her first, walked in her second, and struck out in her third at bat. Pitch from Crenshaw is on the way. Misses for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Crenshaw is on the way. Swung on and hit to Solano Martinez at short. The throw over in time. Couple of ground outs to start this top of the 7th inning for the Mavericks. And now Brandy Haller coming to the plate, 0 for 3 on the day. Couple of strikeouts and a ground out to third base. 4 home runs yesterday for Brandy. Nothing so far today. Swung on and fouled back to the screen for strike 1. Pitch for Braylon on the way, swung on and missed for strike 2. Good off-speed pitch. Catches Haller chasing. The 0-2 pitch from Crenshaw is on the way. Low for ball 1. Looking for another chase, doesn't get it. So 1-2 is the count with 2 outs. Nobody on base, top of the 7th inning. And that pitch is close. Check swing. Checking the first, no swing. Runs the count 2-2. The pitch from Crenshaw on the way. Low. Runs the count full. So full count, 2 outs to Brandy Haller. And that's going to miss. Ball 4, 2-out walk to Brandy Haller. Brings up Allie Disler with a line out, a ground out, and a fly out in her 3 at-bats so far. Disler having hit 3 home runs last weekend against Black Hills. First pitch to her is going to miss. Crenshaw looking to finish this inning and finish this outing for her, as the Mountain Lions hope to score a few runs in the bottom half of the inning to make it interesting. Second pitch to her is going to miss. 2 balls, no strikes to Disler, who herself has been eerily quiet this weekend as well. As I mentioned, 3 home runs last weekend against Black Hills State. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Good pitch from Crenshaw. The 2-1 pitch on the way. That's going to miss. 3-1. The 3-1 pitch from Braylon on the way. That's going to be hit foul. So full count, 2 outs. Holler will be moving on this pitch. And Crenshaw, the payoff pitch is on the way. Swung on in the infield, flied out, and Solano Martinez takes that. So we move to the bottom of the 7th inning, Mountain Lions chasing 3 runs as the Mavericks lead 4-1 going into the final frame.
The Mavericks record no runs on no hits and no.
Back in Colorado Springs for the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Mountain Lions to score in this one as they're down 4-1 to the Mesa Mavericks. Looks like Courtney Heller's going to re-enter the game. She'll swing and miss a strike 1. So Brianna Jennings, that ends her day. She had the 1 at bat and flew out to right field. Courtney Heller at the plate with Ellie Smith still on the mound. That's in there, strike 2. Quick 0-2 count to Heller. That's going to be swung on and grounded to the shortstop and thrown over to first for the out. First out in the bottom of the 7th inning brings up, looks like a pinch hitter. McKenna Geist coming into the game, and the pinch hitter for Brianna Matos. Matos had struck it out her first 2 at-bats of this one. First pitch to her is going to miss for ball 1. The 1-0 count to Geist. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled at home plate. Strike 1. That's swung on and fouled again at home plate. 1-2 is the count now to McKenna Geist. The 1-2 pitch from Ellie Smith is on the way. Fouled again at the plate, back to the backstop. So 1-2 is the count to McKenna Geist. Mountain Lions trying to string a couple of hits together to come back into this one. That's going to be swung on and missed, and the ball in the dirt. Throw down for the strikeout. 2 outs in this one. Brings up Bryn Horton. Bryn Horton has a couple of strikeouts herself in this one. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Mavericks looking to close this one out. Ellie Smith looking to close this one out. First pitch to her for strike 1 to Bryn Horton. Bryn Horton 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts, looking to put a ball in play and get on base, maybe get the offense going for the Mountain Lions. And that's going to miss outside, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch to Bryn, swung on and slapped, lined out to the shortstop Bradford, and that's going to do it for this ball game. Final score of this one's going to be 4-1. Mesa Mavericks over the Mountain Lions as they take the first 3 games in this series. Mountain Lions looking to answer back in game 4 in the second half of this doubleheader. Next game will be back here in a little while, but a couple of notes from this one. Another great outing from Paige Adair. 10 strikeouts in 5 innings with that one with very minimal traffic and only the 1 run given up. And then Ellie Smith coming in to close out this one, gets to save and ends this one. Mavericks win this one 4-1. So that brings the Mountain Lion record to 19 and 20, excuse me, and a 17 and 14 RMAC record. The Mavericks record jumps to 36 and 5 with a 28 and 1 record in RMAC play. Don't go too far though. We have game 2 of our doubleheader coming up shortly between these games. Mountain Lions looking to scrounge out a win, and the Mavericks looking to go for the sweep. For everyone in the truck, I am Michael Newman. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you for game 2 of this doubleheader.